Welcome back to another video. And today I'm gonna talk about 10 laws of female nature, and pretty much what you gotta know to prevent yourself from getting dumped, heartbroken, or cheated on. You know what I'm saying? I think there's gonna be some very valuable points. These 10 laws of female nature that you don't want to break, bro. You don't want to break this stuff, right? Throughout my experience, bro, if you look at dating, from the wrong perspective, bro, it will hurt, bro. It will definitely hurt, bro. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing called it in the game. There's nothing called it in the game. So start it. Let's just start off, right? So the first law of female nature you gotta understand is that investment don't lead to appreciation. So what I've realized is that a lot of guys, right, they will take women on dates, right? They will take women on trips, and they will, they will go on that trip and then they get nothing back. They get no, love in return. You know what I'm saying? In the bedroom, bro. Like in the bedroom, there's no intimacy, and they think because they take out women on these days, they take women on these vacation and these trips, right? They that is gonna be appreciated, and this cannot be further from the truth, bro. Right? Like, yeah, bro. That's just the first thing that most guys gotta understand. Doesn't mean that when you invest in a woman, right, you're gonna get out, right? Like in business, right? When you're in cryptos or whatever, right? When you invest, right, there's a certain ROI that comes in, but you gotta understand that, Shane, bro. When it comes to dating, um, it it works like it's inverted, bro. So the more you're gonna invest, bro, the less you're gonna get out, bro. Especially when it comes to these women, bro. Let me tell you that. So here's the second thing. The second law that you gotta know about female nature, bro, is that whatever that makes logical sense in your head will never make emotional sense in our heart. So what do I mean by this? It actually basically goes back, to my first point, right? When you invest in a woman, right, you give her more of your time, you give her of your resources, right? What most guys think that, okay, 1 plus 1 is 2, right? So they're gonna, get that treatment back, that a woman is gonna pursue him, back, and she's gonna fall in love with him, and this is not how it really is, bro. Whatever makes logical sense in your head does not make emotional sense in our heart, bro. If you're thinking of, calling that woman more, seeking more for reassurance, you know, all these type of things, bro, that, show that woman that you care a lot and you put in a lot of effort, this is gonna make you lose that woman in the long run. Just so you know, bro. So this is just one fact that you're going to have to accept, right? And yeah, bro, internalize, bro, and move on, bro. So the reason also I made my YouTube videos so that you guys can actually look at dating from a logical point of view, so that you don't actually go with all these emotions, bro, right, and get caught up in a lot of shit and get attached and then get dumped and cheated on, bro, and now nothing makes sense, right? I want you guys to actually look at your dating from a logical point of view, bro, right, and actually start calculating your moves, bro, and how to go about dating, bro, right? The third law that you're gonna know about female nature is commitment monogamously, right, destroys intimacy in the bedroom. Even if you're a gamer with, even if you know how to talk to a woman, bro, as soon as you commit to that woman, right, you become boyfriend and girlfriend, that intimacy in the bedroom, it just lowers, right? If you are the guy, right, she hook up with and she can, she doesn't meet up with you afterwards, right? Like that urgency for that woman to see you, you know, no longer exists. That urgency for her, she doesn't miss you anymore now because she gets to see you like almost each and every weekend, right? Now y'all dating, now you get to see each other every day. So that urgency for her to see you is no longer there, bro. So that, you know, directly goes with, intimacy with the bedroom, bro, because, you know, it's that thrill that it's no longer there, bro. That vibe of her wanting to see you, bro, and make the most of out of the time she got with you is just no longer there. This is why intimacy drops in the bedroom. That's what you gotta understand. So even when you commit, bro, um, like I said, bro, whatever makes logical sense in your head makes no sense in her emotional heart, bro. So that's what you just gotta um understand. So number four, right? All women are slowly pulled to danger, bro. Danger or evil. You know, all women, they like a mystery. All women, they like, being naughty, bro. Women like being naughty. A lot of guys, they don't know this, but women actually like breaking rules. They like actually breaking rules, right? And maybe not, as much as, going to prison, all that type of stuff, bro. But the social norms. Women like breaking the social norms. Women actually like being naughty, bro. And if you as a guy are someone who's not needy, you're someone don't, you know, who don't get attached to a woman, right? And you don't really care a lot, you will see that women will break some few of their rules, even if she claims that she's hard to get. She will even break some of her rules, bro, to be with this type of guy, bro. To be with, the Pookie and Ray Ray. You know what I'm saying? Just what you gotta understand, bro. So we as men, right? We look at a woman's body, right? You see the curves on her, bro, and you like what you see, bro, right? That's how we get attracted. For women, it's pretty much a little bit, it's different, right? It's different, right? Because once the bad boy comes into the picture, bro, there's like a slide of anticipation, right? And it's almost like she is drawn to that, to being seducted, right? And that danger and that evil, bro. Women like being, what, swept off their feet, bro. I don't know. Help me on the comments, bro. So we as men, bro, we value reproductive value, bro. Right? Like what you see with your eyes, you like what you see, and you go after, you go and fish that number, right? Women, they value survival value. So what is survival value, bro? You gotta understand survival value is quite what it actually is, right? It is social value. If you will take 50, 100, back, historical times, bro, prior to industrial revolution and all that, right? Women, they used to, the 1% of the guys would be the well-known person in town, right? Because people used to live in small towns, right? Pre-historical times. um how women would, date, right? Their best option would be, the fastest guy in town, the guy, who everybody knows, who goes to the military, all of these things, bro. That's how women would know, who's the 1% guy. So now in today's world, bro, it's social media. It's at a huge, bigger scale, right? So once you have real social status, right, for a woman, that is survival value, and she wants to be part of that. She wants to be part of that because not only does this suit her emotions, right, and validate her, because she gets to have more attention while she's around a man with high status, but she can secure herself survival value in the future, right, by using her beauty and soul, bro. So social value is a very big indicator, bro, and that I'm gonna advise each and every of you guys, bro, to really work on your social value, real social value, not just the numbers on the screen, bro, but really knowing people, really knowing how to connect with other people, bro. It will be very, very, very good for your survival, bro. If you can walk around a chick and she realizes that a lot of people know you, you are popular, you know, that is just gonna play a big role, in bagging that hunt, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because then she knows she got a winner. You know what I'm saying? It's number six. All love is conditional, bro. All love is conditional, bro. That's what you gotta understand, my G. all love is conditional, bro. You know what I'm saying? Not every woman is gonna love you like your mother, right? And to be honest, I don't think in this modern times you're gonna get a hand who's gonna love you like your mother does, dog. So, um, all love is conditional, G. All love is conditional, bro. As soon as the terms and conditions change in the relationship with you and the woman, right? The love and the emotions change, bro. And that's what you just gotta understand, bro. So you cannot just be yourself. You cannot just be yourself and think, okay, well, now that I have money, well, now that I have this, right, now I can just act the way I like and do as I want, bro. Because you will soon find out, throughout time that your woman is not gonna accept all of you, bro. And especially when you come with with a bad mindset to life and your issues and your problems, and you just have just a dark mindset overall, she will leave you, bro. She will leave you, and she will go and try and find out better. So you just gotta understand, all love is conditional, bro. Number 7, just because she looks attractive doesn't mean she is good. And that's what a lot of guys gotta understand, bro. Um, a lot of guys, even me, right? When I was younger, right? You'll talk to a woman, even over the phone, bro. You get seduced, right? You listen to a voice. The voice sounds, very cute and all that, right? She looks a certain way, bro. And you look at her as someone who's innocent, bro. And what you just gotta have to understand, bro, is it doesn't mean if she looks a particular way, her voice sounds a particular way, um, she is that same person internally, bro. It don't mean that, and that's what just a lot of guys gonna understand, because a lot of guys, they get fooled by beauty, bro. They get deceived. I see niggas getting deceived every day by women, bro. You know what I'm saying? And it don't mean that, bro. Just because she looks a particular way, her voice sounds a particular way, it doesn't mean she is a good person, bro. You know, um, and that's what you gotta understand, bro. You don't treat people on based on how they look. You treat people on based on how they behave, and that's what you gotta understand as a man, bro. Number 8, bro. Women look for different men at different stages. That's what you're gonna understand. Like a lot of guys, while they're in their teenage years or their 20s, they get, not a lot of chicks, and then they get a chick, once they're at their 30s, and they think, well, now that I'm in my 30s, I have money now, more women want me. Or guys will say, even on the flip side, right, the guy will be in his 20s, getting a lot of chicks, but now that he's in his 30s, he doesn't get a lot of chicks. He'll say, well, back in my younger days, I used to get a lot of chicks, and now I don't. But all what you gotta understand is that women look for different things at different stages, right? The guy at his 30s who's getting a lot of women, right? Women at his age will be looking for more for stability, right? And if you're gonna look at women, who are much more younger, in their, early 20s, they're everything is short term. Everything is short term based. It's just quick intimacy in the bedroom, and it's nothing really stable. Women aren't looking for things stable, especially in their early 20s, bro. Right? And that's what you gotta understand. So it's not necessarily the woman, the who you are as a guy. It's just the woman that is in front of you. That's pretty much it. So that's the big difference. So the ninth law that you gotta understand is that attention is everything to a woman. Any shape, way, or form of attention, right? That's what each and every woman wants, bro. Right? The second you give your attention to a woman is the second it's worth less, and that's what you gotta understand, bro. So you don't wanna be giving women your attention when she's giving you bad behavior. You want to give her more of your attention when she's giving you good behavior, right? There should be a level of give and receive, bro. So if she's giving you bad attitude, bad behavior, take away your attention, bro. Right? If she's giving good behavior, it would be very good, to give that woman more of your attention, more of your time. And then number 10, statement of belief, bro. If you tell yourself, right, that a woman is the one for you, then she's gonna be the one for you, my G, right? If you tell yourself, well, that woman is she's the devil, then she is the devil, right? Whatever you believe is whatever's gonna be true to you in your own world, bro. I've the saying of there is 8 billion people, 8 billion worlds, and we live on one planet. So whatever is true to you is true to you in your own world, bro. When I look at beliefs, a belief could either be a wall or it could be a bridge.